I'm Ash O'Hara from Tesseract and you're watching Rsptv.
Yeah, Gothenburg tonight. What's the expectations for show?
So far, apparently it's sold out, but the promoters know who we are, but the people here don't seem to know who we are, but they know that everyone's very excited, so that's really cool. Yeah, it's just going to be a good night. We've had a few technical difficulties yesterday, but we seem to have sorted them out, so it should all be plain sailing today. But yeah, should be really cool. Really excited, ready to have a blast, and it's the first time in Sweden yesterday and today, so it's going to be cool.
How was yesterday in Stockholm?
It was great, yeah, like I said, we had some technical difficulties, so we had to shorten our set a little bit, but it was a really good reception. We had a great response from the crowd, and yeah, it was just really full of energy, good venue, it's cool, yeah.
The band have been around for some years now. What have been the biggest change in the band since day one?
Oh, well, probably vocalist, I guess, because obviously, I've been in the band for about, say, 14, 15 months now. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, they've had a few vocalist changes, so obviously that's affected the sound, and obviously with the release of On State, that was defining a new kind of change in the sound, particularly vocals, and, you know, there's like a development in music as well, you know, there feels like a more mature approach to the music and stuff, and yeah, obviously we're always like developing on our sound and what kind of themes we can bring to the music and what kind of, just different elements, and obviously embracing the technological enhancements that obviously music has to offer these days, so that's always a good development.
How did you join the band?
I'm in another band called Voices from the Fuselage, and I've done a lot of local gigs in England with them, and when it came to obviously Tesseract looking for a new vocalist, one of the promoters of one of the venues contacted Apple, our guitarist, and basically said, I know you're looking for a new vocalist, you should check this guy out, he's in another band, and he listened to our EP, and he contacted me on Facebook and basically asked if I wanted to do an audition, which consisted of basically writing some vocals, writing a top line over this idea that he had. It was called March at the time, because he made it in March 2012, and so I did that, and it ultimately became Nocturne. It wasn't complete when I auditioned, but you know, the ideas were there, the chorus was there, the beginning part was there, and yeah. So I mean, they had a lot of people audition for it apparently, and but they really liked my version of the song. So that was really cool. And you know, I first met them, I was very starstruck at first, you know, because I've been a fan of them beforehand. But yeah, it's come a long way since then. So that's basically how I joined.
Yeah. But you play on the latest record, right?
Yeah. I had about 2 months to write all the music for it, and did that last, end of 2012 and January 2013.
Yeah. So you wrote the most part of the album?
Yeah, I wrote all the lyrics you see there. I wrote, and all the melodies and stuff, like the vocal melodies. So yeah.
What do you think you brought to the new?
What do I think of? I don't know. I get a lot of people saying there's a lot of emotion in my voice and my lyrics and stuff, and I do firmly believe I'm a very emotional person. I do kind of wear my heart on my sleeve a little bit. So yeah, I do. It seems that seems to have come across, and it's been revered by a lot of fans. You know, a lot of people have said that it's really touched them, and so yeah, it seems that I've brought a stronger emotional connection to the music, which is cool, and a more melodic approach. So.
Yeah. When do you think we will hear new material?
It's hard to say. I mean, we've been touring solidly since summer, and we'll be touring it solidly until May time. And you know, we've got a few other things later this year, but it's definitely something we're going to start looking at the second half of this year. If we get a single out or anything before then, I'm not sure, don't know. It's been in discussion, but I mean, you know, wouldn't make any promises or anything. But it's definitely, you know, there's so much material, like the guys have written before I joined, you know, long before any of the vocalists, like back in the early days. And I'm really keen on looking at some of the original ideas, like bring the old and, you know, bring it into the new and kind of merge them together and see what we can come up with. So as for a date or as for when, I don't know. So.
Do you have any plans for the year except from touring and maybe new material?
No, I mean mainly it's touring. You know, we've got a few festivals we're doing. After this tour, we're doing Soundwave in Australia. We've got a festival in Norway that we're going to. Then potentially out to the States hopefully in spring as well. I mean, I myself, I'm doing my final year of my degree, so it's quite a busy year for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at the moment we're just focusing on tour and pushing on state at the moment. But definitely, I think step 2 will be new ideas for album 3.
Yeah, cool. That was all for the interview.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.